Good morning, everyone. It was heartbreaking to hear that suddenly a beautiful afternoon along Long Island's beautiful shoreline at Fire Island turned into a tragic drowning, likely caused by the unexpected severe thunderstorm that swept our region last weekend. We here in the town of Hempstead were fortunate enough to avert tragedy at our beaches during that particular storm. But any of us can be confronted with danger in the ocean at any time. As thousands of people head to our beaches on a busy 4th of July weekend, I felt that this would be the right time to team with our certified and award-winning town lifeguards to raise awareness about the dangers of riptides and how to stay safe in the ocean this summer. I'd like to introduce some of our guests that we have with us here this afternoon. Our receiver of taxes, Don Clavin, a former town of Hempstead lifeguard in his much younger days, and also a frequent visitor to the beach with his family. We also have Butch Yamali from Malibu Shore Club, who's going to be assisting us with this program at the Malibu Cabanas and Malibu Shore Club. We also have Justine Anderson, our director of aquatics, and some of our lifeguards here from town beaches. So why are we here today? What we can learn from last weekend's incident off the coast of Fire Island is that any time you are in the ocean, you must be alert and prepared for rough waters or riptides at a moment's notice. Riptides can be so strong that even the best swimmers can be overcome and put into a life-threatening situation. We're here today to alert beachgoers to beware the grip of the rip. Our amazing lifeguards and EMS squads are always at the ready to make rescues and assist residents and neighbors. They are the eyes and ears of the ocean and our shoreline. In fact, the Town of Hempstead lifeguard team has been awarded numerous times over the years by the United States Lifeguard Association. We are also proud of the fact that we have won the American Red Cross Gold Award for our outstanding swim lesson program and for continuous education with CPR, AEDs, and first aid. I'm also proud and happy to report that there have been no drownings, that is correct, no drownings at Town of Hempstead beaches in over 80 years under the watch of Town of Hempstead lifeguards. As a first responder, I know firsthand that people cannot simply just assume that someone will be able to help if trapped alone in the ocean. That's why public education and awareness is so important. And just by learning a few tips, this could save lives. To say a few words, I'd like to introduce our receiver of taxes, Donald X. Clavin.
Thank you, Anthony. And Anthony, I'd like to stress a thank you for telling everybody how old I am. You know, people might say, what does a receiver of taxes have to do with this? And my response is, you know, as a former lifeguard, as a father of 3, as someone who grew up on this very beach, I've been going to Point Lookout since 1974. My parents would think nothing of dropping us off and having a great time down here. Why? Because, one, we have wonderful lifeguards right here in the town of Hempstead, but they also kept me informed. They educated. And that's part of what today is all about. You know, a riptide is an incredibly dangerous situation. We not only have lifeguards, but we want residents to be aware, to take precaution, to know what to do if it happens. And the first thing you always have to do is not panic. You know, being a lifeguard, that was the first thing to do. Be cautious of the person you're going to save in case they panic. And that's the first step. Be aware. If it happens, you know what? You have a couple of options. And we're going to see a demonstration on that in a little while. Let the current take you out. Swim to the sides. If you still think you're having problems, call out for help. That's what the lifeguards are here to do. They're here to help you and keep you safe. The beach is a wonderful, majestic, it's the scenery of Long Island. We want the residents to come to our beaches and enjoy themselves, but we want you to be safe. And we're going to make it a safe, wonderful experience, not only with the men and women who are the great lifeguards here, but by raising the awareness to all of you so you can help avoid, you know what, either being put in that situation or if you are in that situation, you know what, you'll know the steps to save yourself. So I thank the councilman, and I thank our hard-working men and women lifeguards who've been doing this for generation after generation, and families of generations who take pride in being lifeguards and putting the safety of our patrons first.
Well, thank you, Don. And now, just to say a few words, is a partner in this program. He oversees Malibu Shore Club, and we're going to make sure that not only beachgoers on all Town of Hempstead beaches, but he's going to make sure that beachgoers and those that are visiting their cabanas at the Malibu Shore Club all receive one of these pamphlets. It really highlights all of the information that our visitors, that our residents, that anyone needs to keep themselves safe in our waters. It's not only the work of our great lifeguards that are going to keep everyone safe, but it's awareness, it's education, and he's going to help us do his part over at Malibu, and that's Butch Yamali.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Don. Awareness is the most important part. I'm here in day-to-day operations. I'm at the beach every day, and making people aware is the most important thing, because it'll catch you by surprise, and that's what we don't want to do. I want to thank one guy, is the commissioner right over here, Dan Lino. I mean, he's on top of it. He's constantly noticing, giving us more information, and we want to pass it along. And the lifeguards. I'm with you guys every day, and I see how hard you work, how much you train, and they're running and they're working, and you can't do it all if it wasn't for a team. And Don, Anthony, thank you for making it aware, making all the people and the residents aware of the situation. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Butch. And some of the items that are going to be addressed in this pamphlet, Don went through some of them, but we're going to just go through them one more time. This is going to be in each and every pamphlet that's distributed. Don and I are going to walk the beach after this and distribute to some of our beachgoers. Like I mentioned, Butch is going to make them available at Malibu, and our lifeguards are going to make sure that anyone that visits, if they need the information, they will have it. But if caught in a riptide, remember to remain calm and conserve energy, and do not fight against the current. Swim out of the current in the direction parallel to the shoreline. If unable to swim out of the current, float or calmly tread water. Swim parallel to the shoreline and then toward the beach when out of the current. Or if unable to reach the shore, wave arms and yell for help. Never swim alone, and never swim outside designated swimming areas. More of these potentially life-saving tips are in this brochure that we will make available on the Town of Hempstead website, on our social media platforms. It will also be available by request by calling my office at 516-812-3242 or calling the Department of Parks at 516-292-9000. So thank you again to our lifeguards, our town EMS, and our first responders for protecting us here at our pools and our beaches. Our top-notch, second-to-none Hempstead Town lifeguard and EMS team is at the ready to save lives, but we need residents to be vigilant and take safety precautions when swimming in the ocean. Before we have our rescue demonstration, is there any questions? All right, thank you very much.